In today's video, I will be going over the plot of the Silent Screams storyline, which has Bruce Banner embarking on a search to find his wife Betty Ross. Meanwhile, his alter ego causes problems for him as the Grey Hulk goes up against the Freedom Force and the shape-shifting Skrulls. The story starts with Bruce Banner waking up in a trashed building with an angry man pointing a shotgun in his face. Bruce Banner manages to calm the man down and they believe Bruce has fallen victim to the hurricane that has trashed the area. They provide him with some food and water. Their little boy Charlie reminds Bruce of when he was a young boy. Recognising that the boy has withdrawn, he questions whether the boy's father is abusing him, as he remembers being abused as a boy. As Freedom Force are assigned to go after the Hulk, Mystique transforms into an FBI agent and questions an old lady that claims she saw a monster fall from the sky. She claims that she trapped it in the closet, but the closet is empty when they check. Believing that the old lady is mad, Mystique leaves. Unluckily for the old lady, there is a monster in the closet and it drags her into the closet. When Bruce Banner leaves the family, he tries to leave before dusk so that they don't see him transform into the Hulk, but he is attacked by Freedom Force. He puts up a fight but ends up being beaten. As the sun sets, he turns into the Hulk and fights Freedom Force, giving the Blob a good beating in the process. However, during the fight, a house gets damaged. The house belongs to the family that helped Bruce. Charlie, the young boy, is buried within the rubble. Not understanding why he cares, the Hulk rummages through the rubble and finds the boy and helps to get the boy to a hospital as quickly as possible. Although the Crimson Commando helped the Hulk dig through the rubble and find the boy, the Hulk still gives him a beating for helping Freedom Force cause the accident in the first place. The Hulk notices strange lights and electricity in an apartment. He finds Doctor Strange fighting the creature that attacked the old lady. Both Doctor Strange and the Hulk are sucked into a black void and just about manage to escape. Namor appears and helps the Hulk escape the void. Meanwhile, Doc Samson tries to question the young boy Charlie about the Hulk but doesn't get a lot of information. He is later attacked and left unconscious on the road. Namor and Doctor Strange ask Bruce for the Hulk's help. In his mind, Bruce argues with the Hulk about helping the Defenders. They come across a big golden door in Bruce's mind. The creature from the old lady's apartment emerges from within Bruce Banner and attacks the Hulk. Namor and Doctor Strange witness the Hulk getting taken over by the creature. Namor has to fight the Dark Hulk as Doctor Strange needs to find a way to banish the creature that is possessing him. As the Hulk and Namor fight, Bruce Banner is fighting his own battle inside his mind. The creature tells Bruce that at sunset, when the Hulk would normally take control, he will become all-powerful. The creature continues to fight Bruce Banner in his mind and Namor in the real world as the Dark Hulk. Doctor Strange casts a spell to banish the creature, and just as the sun sets, as a last resort, Bruce Banner opens the big golden door in his mind. The creature becomes terrified and allows itself to be banished. Bruce Banner and the Grey Hulk work together in Banner's mind to seal the big golden door again. Soon after, Doctor Strange informs Bruce that his wife Betty has suffered a miscarriage. He provides Bruce with her location, and upon visiting her finds that she has become a nun. Bruce Banner sneaks into the school that Betty is teaching at and has to hide in a confessional booth. Betty begins to confess but can't finish, causing Bruce to believe that she hates him. It turns out that she is leaving the school as she believes that Bruce is still alive. When Bruce realises this, he tries to reach Betty before she leaves and is attacked by the person that hurt Doc Samson. Bruce Banner is captured but through his anger turns into the original Green Hulk instead of the Grey Hulk. He defeats whoever is in the strange vehicle and becomes Bruce Banner again and is finally reunited with Betty. Bruce Banner and Betty head back to the convent to take refuge, but the army is called in and they surround the building. Doc Samson arrives and wants to help, but Bruce turns into the Grey Hulk and attacks Samson. He takes on the army while fighting with Doc Samson and manages to cause enough chaos and damage to allow the Grey Hulk and Betty to escape. Betty Ross convinces the Grey Hulk that they should find Rick Jones. It turns out that Rick Jones is kidnapped and beaten up by himself. His doppelganger taunts him and claims that Rick Jones uses people. When Betty and Bruce arrive in a town where Rick Jones should have turned up for a book signing, only to find that Rick Jones has cancelled, Bruce begins to suspect foul play. Meanwhile, Rick Jones is beaten even further by the heroes that he has worked with, such as the Hulk, Captain America and Marvel. As he searches for Rick Jones, Betty and Bruce find a young girl that claims to know where Rick Jones is. They follow the girl only to end up getting attacked. It is revealed that the young girl is actually the Super Skrull. Rick Jones manages to escape his cell and knocks out a Skrull that has replicated Rick Jones's appearance. He steals a suit and other Skrulls believe he is a Skrull. He finds out that he has been captive because they wish to force him to use the power that ended the Kree-Skrull War. The Super Skrull is about to kill Betty, and the Grey Hulk convinces Bruce to let him out in the daytime instead of the Green Hulk. Bruce allows it to happen. Upon changing into the Grey Hulk, the Hulk starts fighting with the Super Skrull. The Hulk beats him and causes the ship to explode. They panic and believe that Rick didn't survive the explosion, but are then relieved to see him parachute down to them. Rick takes Bruce and Betty back to his place where Bruce dreams that both the Green Hulk and Grey Hulk are trying to kill each other. He tries to clear his mind when Rick's new girlfriend Marlo Chandler arrives, who already knows Bruce and believes that the Grey Hulk is Bruce's brother and goes by the name of Joe Fixit. As Betty, Marlo and Rick bombard Bruce with questions, he cannot cope and goes through a bizarre transformation as both the Grey Hulk and Green Hulk fight for dominance. It gets ugly as they're fighting. Bruce's head bleeds out into the real world and puts Bruce's life in jeopardy as he starts choking himself. Betty convinces Bruce that he is not Puny Banner, and he takes control of his mind and knocks both of the Hulks out, causing himself to lose consciousness. Doc Samson makes an appearance and offers his assistance. Doc Samson sits Bruce down and has him hypnotised so that they can work through his memories. At first, the Green Hulk and the Grey Hulk attempt to fight each other again, but Doc Samson points out that he has put up mental blocks to prevent them from doing so. First of all, Doc Samson has Bruce remember a monster that attacked him as a child, and as the monster killed Bruce's mother, he held in his emotions over her loss, and that's how the Green Hulk persona was born. He then sees himself at college with a young lady, who is annoyed that Bruce has no passion for their relationship, and this is where the Grey Hulk persona was born. Bruce then comes across the monster at a memory of his mother's grave, where it is revealed that the monster is Bruce's father. He begins to come to terms with his past, and his mother's memory appears and speaks to both the Green and Grey Hulk, and tells them that both Hulks and Bruce need to come together. After getting sick of waiting, Betty enters the room and finds Bruce has took the form of the Hulk, but has the mind of Bruce.